I saw this first thing
what's
this
this
morning.
one?
Yeah. See, this heartbreaking story
Another
of
one?
Yeah.
AJ Owens. Yeah, her and her neighbor had some beef, like ongoing beef going on. And I guess the neighbor had thrown something at one of her kids and hit the kid. And, you know, the mom went over to talk to the neighbor. The neighbor licked a couple of shots through the door, killed this woman
No,
while
what
she
that,
was standing next to her kid.
yeah,
But
what
you-
happened was the kids were playing. They say they were in an apartment, and the kids were playing over in on the side, whatever. And the white lady told her kids, you know, calling them all kind of names, and the kids got scared and they took off. They left their iPad or something over there, and then the lady took it, and then the mother, and then I guess she broke it, and the mother went over there to go get it, and she shot through the door. Didn't even open the door.
let
And
me
killed her in front of her 7-year-old, if I'm not mistaken.
let me say this, man. And if you black and watching this, man, don't catch a motherfucker off the premises or something like that. Don't, because it's too many stories of somebody black going on somebody's porch for whatever reason is, whether it's
Mhm.
needing help or whatever, and motherfuckers shoot through the door and kill them. You got people, you got neighbors. You had the Asian cat that shot the little boy. And I understand her anger. I definitely do. But it ain't worth risking, you know, your life. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got black folks saying, you know, we need a hate crime bill, but yet still up in office, you know, Biden and Kamala talking about this new hate crime bill for the fight against anti-Semitism and all this shit. And I'm like, when you look at the hate crime statistics, overwhelmingly the majority of people that's being targeted are black people. And you look at this shit, like you out there terrorizing people's children, snatching shit that don't belong to you, breaking it, and now these 4 babies without a mother.
Hey, that ain't even the tip of the iceberg on this shit. So check this out. Now, this story came out. You know, this is like hot off the press, and they have released the victim's name and will not release the shooter's name.
You know
because
they
the
not.
shooter is protected under the stand your ground law.
Man, get
Florida
the fuck outta
Also,
here.
did not
It's-
put handcuffs on this bitch, so she
Florida.
is not in custody.
Her
Yeah,
name's not released.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's Florida.
She probably
They-
won't be arrested either. I mean, she probably won't even be. See, that shit happens all the time where they don't release the name of mother.
Mhm.
Like in the story we got coming up, they didn't want to release his name. That was the internet that caught up with that fool.
Yeah, I mean that's what everybody have to do these days.
Yeah,
They find the person, they find his face or whatever, and somebody do a search and somebody give him a name, and all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, they got his work profile, they got everything, and guess what? He jammed up. That's those. They're not playing on the internet these days, man. But her name, if somebody you know do a little deep dive, they'll find out who this person is because a family member know who that neighbor is.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It just sounded like they baited her, man.
Yeah,
It sounded like she baited her.
Said, I mean, it's just one of those situations. We had a little lull, and well, not a lull too much because that little boy just got shot by the neighbor through the door. But now we got a mother, who just got blasted, didn't even get the chance to see the person. But again, you're down in Florida. She could use that. I felt threatened. It was too on, even though it was just her and her 7-year-old going over to the lady house. But another tragic situation.
There used to be a time where, the person had to cross the threshold of your house, like they had to make their way into the door and be an immediate threat. None of this, I felt threatened behind a locked door.
Well, everybody can use the same excuse as these police officers, that these fucked up ones that I was in fear of my life. Like,
but threatening with what?
It's a fucking locked door, bro.
A locked door, you inside behind.
You ain't door. Even that shouldn't even be staying your ground. You didn't even think to call the police.
It should be felt, was that not properly operating a firearm.
Right.
Discharging the firearm and just blew my fucking mind. It was like she shot through the door.
Hell, a lawyer worth half their salt should be able to get this shit taken care of. But
it's Florida. It's Florida.
It's racism. Racism is a system.
it's Florida.
You know what kills me is you see shit like this, and then when you say it's racism, you get other black people like, oh, it's the Victim Olympics, and oh, it's like, bro, like, when have we gotten to the point where just because people get a little bit of money, or they sitting at a certain point in their life that they can't call out what actually is, like, because you okay don't mean everybody else is. Like, that's exactly what the fuck this is. That woman didn't feel threatened.
No, she knew where she was at.
And
She
you,
knew exactly.
you
She
antagonized them.
She played her hand.
Yeah, she antagonized the situation.
You got all these jokers who are getting off. Police. George Zimmerman is free.
Living it up.
Yeah, Cal, whatever, Rittman, whatever. He's out.
They said he was at Rick Ross Carr show.
See,
no, he wasn't.
Well, I'm just saying he's free. Walking around. Right. I mean, you got all this stuff on the internet. You see people getting off for doing, acting badly.
I can kill one too,
That's just how it go, man. It's a tragic situation that shouldn't have happened. But like you said, the wheels of justice is chugging along mighty slowly, because she should have been in handcuffs, and we shouldn't be having this conversation about, the lack thereof.
Let me tell you something. You get black motherfuckers that won't have a Q-tip on them. They won't have a toothpick, a sharpened toothpick, and they'll be shot the fuck up or beat up. We had a cat out here, man. White dude. This motherfucker done killed 3 people, injured 2 others. He stabbed 2 motherfuckers, hit 1 in the car. He was on a crime spree for the whole day. It was like falling down. Man, that motherfucker went in there. He looked like you and me, Eddie. Tank, no scars, no nothing. No nothing. And you like, how the fuck? Dylan Roof killed how many black people in the church? They bought that motherfucker a sandwich and a large fry with a high C Coke, with a high C.
A junior Happy Meal.
Right.
On the way.
Thank you for your service.
That part, that's pretty much what that was. A wink, wink, nod, nod. Thank you for your service.
But you'll get some suckers out here. Man, I don't even want to go in, man. Because I just seen a lot of these cats, man.
I got you, man. Like I said, it just hit my radar, this morning, and just last minute addition.
Well, the problem is that this stand your ground law, I mean, we've seen how it does not work effectively for black people.
Right.
If you recall, right after the George Zimmerman thing, they had the woman who was being beat by her husband. And she shot a warning shot, and they gave this woman like 20-some years.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I know who you're talking about. It was more to that story.
She went out. She left and came back or some shit. And it was like, when you left, you should have stayed gone and never came back in with the firearm, some shit like that. Whatever. It was a technicality, but still, I hear what you're saying, old man.
Nah. Listen. She, first of all, she didn't shoot up. Like, one of these cats interviewed her husband. She actually licked the shot at him, and he was holding his son in his arms. And the bullet went like maybe this far off. So they said, well, she got caught in a bunch of lies. And one of the main ones was, well, why couldn't you leave? You went because she went out the garage. She said, well, I couldn't open the garage. The motherfucking police went there, had no problem opening the garage. Then they said, well, what about the back door? Into the garage. She never walked out of there. And then again, she left out and she came back. And again, dude was like, man, I wasn't whooping her ass. He was like, she was out all night long with the ex-boyfriend, and and she was sending the dude, and somebody probably gonna get mad at me. I don't give a fuck, because she's out now, I think. Yeah. But she was sending this cat pictures. He was agitated because the baby, they had just had a baby, and she had came home from the hospital, and real quick she had been sending him text messages saying, no, this ain't your child, this the other motherfucker's child, just after having the baby. And so she was with the last motherfucker. So she was full of shit. They caught her in all kind of bullshit till the Black Authority got her ass big time. Did an interview with homie, and then a bunch of other people started putting this shit together. She's fucking lied, man.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's like the young lady. Now, I feel bad for her. She was sex trafficked.
Oh yeah, Centoya Brown.
Centoya Brown. But the thing about what got her is the John that she killed. This motherfucker, he was asleep when she did it. She shot him all in his back and shit. Like
lit his ass up. Try to turn him into a pencil.
But my thing is, just like we say, you know, if he put himself in that position.
You're a John.
I ain't saying he should have been murdered, but not even just a John. Like, bro, you know, John, you pay for some pussy, that's on you. You know what?
And go. You don't be falling asleep.
Right. But the problem is he was fucking with a minor. That's my thing. He was already in the wrong. So not for buying pussy. I mean, that shit. You know.
And that's what you do, man. You paying them to go away. That's what you're paying them for.
There you go.
You're just paying them to go away.
What you pay a hoe for?
All right, old man, let's keep this rolling.
Pay a hoe to go away. I asked for out-of-town shooters. What did I get for my money? In-town shooters. Who's gonna get in the ring with me on this one? That was my guy. What the motherfucking name?
Look here, man.